Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge inspired by an article in the Lexington Herald to determine the best distillery.
That's my stomach, sorry.
My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jeff Bendreezy, Tim Thoya, and Katie Joyce.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
What's happening, everyone?
Hello, everyone.
Hey-oh, yeah, we're going to be completing a bracket challenge today to pick out the best distillery in Lexington, Kentucky. So Lexington certainly is growing, and they've been kind of felt like they're on the outside looking in, but I think they're building up pretty quickly here. So we'll see who we think is the best player out there right now. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Swyatt said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir?
Yeah, so I saw something online today that really had me troubled. So it was basically trying to lay out the personalities of how you hold a steering wheel. So at just off center to the left
I saw that.
Was a farmer. 10 and 2 was a new driver. 7 and 4 was a truck driver. At the bottom was dad, and at the top was douchebag.
Right. Just the one hand on the douchebag.
One hand. And I'm like,
that's how I drive.
Douchebag.
The dad one was down like this. Who's like all the way down
like that?
Who's driving like that?
Yeah, you can put your arms on your legs, so you don't have to hold your arms up. They rest like your elbows on your legs, and it holds it. Like
exactly. I can see that as a truck driver, RV driver. I get that. Hey, out of my way. I get that.
Yeah.
Steve's more concerned about how you honk the horn.
Yes. With a palm in the middle and for longer than comfortable. Is my horn usage when it does have to come out.
Okay.
But it had me thinking, I must be really. I'm a douchebag. I hold it at the top. That's where I'm at.
No one's ever said that.
Put anything up there, and I'm gonna be all overly sensitive about stuff like this. These little things.
Right.
So I'm curious to see what everybody else thought. If you saw that or how you hold the steering wheel, and it doesn't really push you into douchebaggery.
Right. I would say. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, mine's easy. I'm the dad. It's one hand down at the bottom. The other hand's got a pop or a water or a coffee or something in it, and
Okay.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
I would say I have a small car, which is conducive to being able to rest your arm on the window and then hold it maybe at 10 o'clock. Yeah, just kind of there.
Rolling.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
No. Well, Katie, how about you? How you driving?
Depends on the situation. If I'm in traffic. Okay, the dog's gonna stop barking at me, but now he brought a squeak toy into the room. So
perfect.
He's not banging a pillow yet.
We got all kinds of sound effects tonight. We've got grumbling stomachs. We got squeaky balls.
So I found that if I'm sitting in traffic, there's something about that I rest one hand on the top of the steering wheel, but I will also bring to my attention that like I have a lot of like dead weight. Like I'm like forcing like my hand down. So I get nervous that I'm gonna like break the steering wheel or something, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make the steering wheel wear out from all this extra pressure and force that's just sitting on it.
Wow.
So normally though, oh God, I think I'm a one hand on the side quite a bit.
Okay.
A lot of highway driving is with the knees though.
The knees.
Nice.
Oh, sure. You got to scroll through the phone and stuff. So yeah,
so
makes sense.
I mean, I get tired of reaching my hands out and no seats go back far enough for my legs to extend out. So if my legs got to be cramped up, might as well use the knees to steer.
Oh, it's a tall person problem. I'm with you on that, Katie. I feel you there.
Yeah. Would you get one of those things that turns?
Yeah, I love it. I have that.
The ball.
I have that on my John Deere Gator. And I freaking love driving that Gator around and doing this tractor knob on the wheel.
Tractor knobs.
I had a 2.5 military truck at one point, and some people would put those knobs for turning like on tractors on the military trucks, but it was extremely dangerous because they don't have power steering. And so when these big tires on the military trucks would hit like a pothole, the steering wheel is moving. So people would like break their wrists because they'd be like pressing their hand on the knob.
Break the wrist and walk away.
Boom, on you. It's like those you have to drive with your hands like on the outside or front of the steering wheel. You can't loop your thumbs in because if all of a sudden it hits a pothole or something, it'll dislocate your thumb. So sometimes I drive like that. I pretend like I'm driving a military truck and I just hold my hands on the outside. Yeah.
Looks like you're doing the robot. I was driving next to her one time. I thought she was doing the robot, but she was just steering.
No, she was steering.
She was steering. Yeah. How about you, McNew? I would suggest 10 and 2 for McNew based on her driving history, but
I'm not a 10 and 2, but I'm like an 8 and 4. I like to be on the lower part of it. Like, but not the top
I like
part.
to be like 6'5".
McNew, where are your hands when you're the driver and your husband's in the other seat? Aren't you holding hands? And
No, God, no. I'm like, don't freaking touch me. I'm busy. I want to be a passenger princess, but you need to sleep, so you get to be, and it pisses me off every time. So,
really?
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
No, I'm always like, I want to be the passenger princess. I want to sit over there and do nothing. But no, I drive all the highways, which works out because I hate city driving. So we'll switch before we get to a city, and he has to do all that tedious shit. But no, if we're on the road, I am driving.
You're on the highway. You're a highway driver.
I'm not a hand holder. Like, it gets sweaty and weird. I'm not a hand holder. Ugh.
You're not a hand holder. What about at a festival? So you're at a festival, you and Chris, and you're just walking around. What if he decides? What if he makes the move where he just takes the finger, just rubs it down the arm, and then it lands in your hand? That's the move.
The inside of the forearm and join the fingers a little bit.
No woman can resist that. That's a move.
No. The inside of the forearm priming the pump is the move. That's the move.
It's like 2.5 seconds because like it's hot. Like I'm one of those people. If I am hot, I am fucking pissed off. Don't touch me. Actually, don't even look at me. Stay over there. Like I don't want to be hot. Festivals are sweaty and gross. Don't hold my hand.
Just gently hold your hand.
No.
Are you a hand holder like this or interlocked fingers when you do
interlocked? You got to be interlocked. It's like that. It feels like you're wearing mittens. It's weird. Like you've got to interlock the hands if you're going to do
interlock.
That.
Oh, that's
I'm an interlocker. Even a couple fingers, even the index finger and the middle finger, kind of a little half hand curl on there or something like that.
Hand curl. The half hand curl is
yes.
Yeah, like a little pinky hold.
The pinky hold, yeah.
So he's like a love language guy where his is physical touch and mine is absolutely not. So I'm like, I have to compromise sometimes. I'm like,
recoiling.
Stay over there.
I look like I'm not vomiting in my mouth.
McNew's love language. She's not like, and my love language is words of affirmation. She's like, and my love language is absolutely not. It's like the perfect McNew love language.
Yeah, I love it. So that when the missus grabs my hand, I've noticed that if her hand's on top of mine, I can't handle that. So it's an automatic.
It's a reposition.
It's a shuffle. Yes, instant. It's a reshuffle.
That's
a control freak thing, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
There's a certain way with driving that like you don't want your shoulder overextended. The passenger can lean more, but the driver needs to be upright. So you have to do the hands of whose shoulder is going to be extended and whose isn't. It's about the driver comfort there, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going with that.
Hand holding whilst driving. Interesting.
So one other, and I don't know if this is double douchebaggery, but like if I'm on a long trip and sometimes I need to lean forward and stretch my back a little bit. So then it's the double.
Oh, the lead. Yes.
I'm up on top and I don't know if that's double douchebaggery or what that would be.
Right.
But.
I call that the bear hug. That's a bear hug stretch on the steering wheel.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I don't think guys do it, but girls do. If it's a long trip, like I want a leg in the seat with me. Like my left leg has to go up, and then your arm just kind of like leans over your knee, and you're like hanging out up here.
For a while, when my back was messed up,
right,
I was really uncomfortable to be in the car. But I found. So I can't put a leg in the seat just with my general size. But what I could do is put a leg up on the dashboard.
Yes.
No, you see that video. That's that video. That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, because like it was even killing me to drive my like 8 minutes to work. So I was like, all right, we're going to just say a prayer. And then I'm putting my leg up. But then it made it very convenient because I could have the elbow on my
Your elbow is just like chilling on the
You got a
leg.
decent chance of seeing your femur when you do something like that.
That's right. Were you barefoot too? Was it barefoot when that foot
driving barefoot is the best way to drive. Like I hate shoes while driving. So I do almost always drive barefoot. Especially because I have dress shoes on a lot of times. So I don't want to drive in heels. And so I take the dress shoes off as soon as I get in.
Huh.
It was last time I drove with my foot out the window was senior prom, listening to the Beast.
Fred Flintstone foot hanging out.
Yes, hanging out, driving.
Wants to see that.
And then Officer
hairy toes.
Decided to pull me over and have a talking to me because of going 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, dishing with my foot out the window, blaring Beastie Boys. Yes.
Oh,
senior prom, good way to start.
Good way to start, huh? Interesting. I always wanted to, because I watched Batman when I was a kid. I wanted to cut the top of the steering wheel and the bottom, so you just had the sides.
Oh yeah,
I wanted that because that's how Batman had it. But
Bat wheel.
My dad wouldn't let me. He was like, "No, you can't do that." I was like, "I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool."
What a buzzkill!
Yeah, the dads.
You can get them on a Tesla, Steve. Get yourself a little electric Tesla and have that steering wheel on. That's an option there now.
Well, then you don't even need a steering wheel. You don't have to hang on.
Oh, sure.
Self-driving.
Yes. Yeah, that road trip to Key West will take me 4 weeks to get down there, but it'll be awesome. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Jeff. Jeff, what do you got there, man?
Hey, tonight I've got some Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style. It's one of my go-tos.
Okay.
So let's take a look or take a listen.
Okay, solid. That might be enough. We'll see. Katie is next.
I am doing a change of pace. I'm celebrating finally getting all of my whiskey unboxed from my move 6 months ago.
Okay.
By drinking some of my lower bottles tonight. So instead of, I realized I definitely have to buy new shelving. So the effort is to actually finish off some bottles. So we'll see.
Good for you.
Okay. Not enough there. Not enough going on. McNew's next.
Have some Davies County finished in French oak. No, nothing there.
A lot of squeaking going on.
That was a weird squeak too. It was like a minute after the cork was pulled. So interesting. All right, Tim, you're next, man. Jeff has the lead right now.
All right, we're gonna stick with the theme. I got some Dark Arts Whiskey House. This is the 6.5-year bourbon finished in some French oak staves. Oh, this cork is tight. Hold on. Okay, got it. Nothing. Nobody caught the joke.
I'm so confused right now.
I don't know.
You haven't heard the hot tub yet? Oh my god! Oh my god! That's a whole nother small talk.
This poor girl. Oh my god.
Right.
I don't know it either.
Neely Family Distillery, Autumn Vanilla. The one that famously Tim is trash talking, and then he does that cork pop that sounds like a drop of water.
Yes.
Yelling at Becca was great. Here we go. Swine on set. That was decent. Second place, I would say, but second place is to get you anything.
Definitely second place.
Jeff wins first. There you go. Cheers, gang.
There you go, Jeff.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be doing this bracket challenge to determine the best distillery in Lexington. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
All right, I'm Neil.
And I'm Melanie.
Together we're the Robinsons, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have a bracket challenge to determine the best distillery in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes, we do. So here are the contenders. Bespoken Spirits. Well, they're new to the area, but they are there now. Barrel House Distilling, Bluegrass Distilling, Dark Arts, Fresh Bourbon Distillery, James E. Pepper, Town Branch, and RD1 Spirits. Here's how it's going to play out. Dark Arts will take on Barrel House. Bespoken Spirits will take on Town Branch. James E. Pepper takes on Bluegrass. And Fresh Bourbon takes on RD1 Spirits. Up first. Oh, God, I didn't even do the terrible job. All right, McNew, we're going to start with you. I'm going to just follow the screen here. I didn't put the cheat sheet in here. So, McNew, we're going to start with you. Dark Arts or Barrel House?
Oh, I'm going to go Dark Arts.
Dark Arts. I'll go second, because that's the way my screen goes. Dark Arts or Barrel House? Barrel House is kind of cool. I mean, they got a great bar there, of course, in an awesome area. But Dark Arts is clearly the winner there in my mind. Tim, what do you think? You were drinking Dark Arts.
Yes, we're going to close it out. Dark Arts.
Dark Arts.
Yep.
Means Dark Arts moves on.
Nice.
All right, next up is Bespoken Spirits takes on Town Branch. This is an interesting one to me. I'll tell you what, for me, I think distillery experience, I love the pot stills at Town Branch. I also like the fact they also make beer, and you can get both. You can mix it up how you want to do it, so I'm going to go Town Branch. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, this is like new guy versus OG.
Of Lexington, for sure.
That you can get in Lexington, for sure. I'm with you, Steve. I like the whole brewery and everything like that at Town Branch. I'd say it's a better experience. Town Branch.
Okay, Town Branch. All right. Next up is Katie. Katie, here's where we're at. Town Branch is up 2-0. What do you think?
So I changed up last minute what my voting criteria was going to be based on. I have decided after I had looked more into some of them that my voting criteria is based on animal friendly. And so on their Instagram pages, if they have postings of animals, if they've got a distillery cat, etc., or if I can find out that they're like dog friendly, I think some of these will be, but I just didn't, since I changed it up last minute, I didn't research well enough. I did not find any pictures of animals on either one of these Instagram pages, which was highly disappointing. So, but Town Branch has the better Instagram for wanting to visit it. So I will go with an equally nonsense reasoning as animals in Town Branch is my vote.
You're channeling your inner Danny. I've never had this before. I'm just gonna go with it.
Because I've been to some of these distilleries, but I was like, no, ignore that. Ignore if you've been there, what your experience is, Katie. Vote on animals.
Vote on animals. That's the most important thing when it comes to distillery. That's the number one criteria.
I like the thought process.
It's not the color of their stills. That'd be a real tough one.
Ooh, that'd be a great one. Who has more of my favorite color? I'll do that next time.
Yeah. Tim, you're up first this time. James E. Pepper or Bluegrass?
I'm James E. Pepper fan all day long.
James E. Pepper goes up 1-0. What do you think, Katie?
Bluegrass is dog friendly, and it's even advertised on their Instagram as being dog friendly. So Bluegrass.
Bluegrass ties it up. Jeff, what are you thinking, James E. Pepper or Bluegrass?
Yeah, when I did a little digging around, the one of the 8 I really wanted to see was the James E. Pepper.
Okay. James E. Pepper goes up 2-1. McNew, you're next. What do you think, James E. Pepper or Bluegrass?
I'm going to give it to James E. Pepper.
James E. Pepper moves on. All right. Yep. Next up is Fresh Bourbon taking on RD1 Spirits. Interesting matchup. Katie, you're first.
It was RD1 versus who?
Fresh Bourbon.
So Fresh Bourbon, I found no animals on their IG, but RD1 did advertise that their gift shop has pet-related bourbon gifts. So RD1 Spirits.
All right. Jeff, what do you think?
I liked the 500-gallon pot still that I found on the Fresh Bourbon Distillery, so I'm going with that one.
Fresh. All right. Fresh has tied it up. McNew, what do you think? Fresh Bourbon or RD1 Spirits?
I think we got to give it to our man, Barry. He is out there hustling harder than anybody, and he's just so positive and nice. I'm going RD1.
RD1 goes up 2-1 over Fresh. I'm next. I think this one comes down to bourbon celebrity, and I think that Barry is definitely one of those guys that you want to see. So he's a great guy, positive force in the world of bourbon, and I think that the opportunity, the chance, you're not necessarily always going to see him, but that you got a chance to see him there. So I'm going to go RD1 Spirits, meaning they move on.
There's no beard bias there, is there, Steve?
Oh, yes, we got to stick together when we got the beards like that.
Okay, just call it out, just making sure.
Barry's probably got the second or third best beard in the the industry.
I would agree.
Maybe after me and Demetrius. Yes. So there you go. Yeah. Dark Arts, Town Branch. This is our final 4, and then James E. Pepper versus RD1 Spirits. I think that's a pretty solid final.
That's 4. A solid lineup right there. If you planned a weekend on those 4,
yeah, I think you're doing pretty good.
Fun. Yeah, you're pretty good.
Got a pretty dandy little weekend going on there. So there you go. Round 5, up first is going to be Jeff. Jeff, what do you think? Dark Arts or Town Branch?
I'm going Dark Arts on this one.
Dark Arts goes up 1-0. McNew, what do you think? Dark Arts or Town Branch?
And I really like both these brands, but I do like the originalness of Town Branch, like the brewery. They had all the Irish stuff in there. I'm going to go Town Branch.
Town Branch gets some love. Town Branch has tied it up 1-1. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I've been to both, and I really like that Dark Arts brand. I'll tell you what. But distillery experience, there's not a still there. I mean, it's a bottling place actually. So, I think if you're looking for a distillery experience, I think Town Branch is better, and they got the beer thing going too. I'm going to give Town Branch the nod here. That's a tough one, but I think Town Branch deserves it. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, you called the right points there on the distillery. If we're looking for a distillery experience, Dark Arts is up and coming and growing, and we'll get there at some point in time, but not there yet. If I'm going to Lexington and you miss Town Branch, you're missing an opportunity.
Yep. So Town Branch moves on.
Y'all ignored the fact that Dark Arts has a CFO, a chief feline officer.
Oh,
on there.
Yes.
You should have yelled that out. I could have played.
Mr. Loki, I believe his name is.
Too late now.
It's kind of a hideous cat, but you know what? They get
Mr. Loki.
CFO.
Yes.
Mr. Loki. All right. James E. Pepper versus RD1 Spirits. That's our next matchup. Round number 6, it goes back to McNew. McNew, what do you think? James E. Pepper, RD1 Spirits. These
are both really legit, so this is hard, but I'm still going to go RD1.
RD1. I got to go James E. Pepper. I think James E. Pepper is far underrated for what they're putting out there right now, and I really like their whiskey. And it's a fun place to visit. The still's cool looking. I love the area that they're into, which is the same as RD1 Spirits. James E. Pepper just has a better location because they're right there by Goodfellas Pizza and stuff. RD1's all the way out on the other side. So just location. James E. Pepper is going to be the pick for me here. So they've tied it up, James E. Pepper. Tim, what do you think? James E. Pepper or RD1? We're not at 1-1 right now.
Yeah. That's DSPY number 5, I believe, for James Pepper.
That's correct.
It is.
And the history there and the operations and everything like that, that's a distillery experience it's living history right there. So as a nod to Lexington and the man himself, I'm with James E. Pepper.
James E. Pepper. All right. Katie, what do you think? James E. Pepper or RD1? James E. Pepper is up 2-1 right now.
So this is interesting. I've been to James E. Pepper and it was great. But for my voting criteria for this game currently, RD1's the one that has the pet-related bourbon gifts advertised on their page. However, I went one layer deeper and looked to see their dog policy on both. And RD1 says, we love pets, but they're not allowed. But James E. Pepper says, while they can't go on the tour with you, dogs are allowed in the retail area. So James E. Pepper would be my winner.
James E. Pepper noses them out based on gift shop.
By the wag of a tail.
Yeah, there you go. All right, our final 2 looks like this: Town Branch versus James E. Pepper. That's our final 2.
God,
this is the OGs of Lexington for sure. So you're talking about the oldest distillery there in Town Branch. As far as the current iteration, I know James E. Pepper has great ties and goes back a long way. But then kind of this other boom, I think James E. Pepper was the first one to really kind of get the boom going. And I love James E. Pepper. So they're one of my favorite distilleries, and I got to go James E. Pepper here. Tim, what do you think? James E. Pepper or Town Branch?
Man, I'm gonna tie this up with Town Branch.
Town Branch
because the experience I know there and everything. Yeah, just from visiting both, I'm at Town Branch.
Okay, all right. Town Branch has tied it up. Katie, what are you thinking? It's 1-1.
So I could not find any dog visiting policy on Town Branch quickly. And so since they have no animals on their Instagram either, then they're out for me. So okay. I'm going with James E. Pepper.
James E. Pepper is up 2-1. What do you think, Mr. Andrizzi?
Full disclosure, I'm going to go to all of these at some point in my life, but for tonight, I'm closing it out with James E. Pepper.
James E. Pepper is our chance. Our champ, I mean. Way to go, our chance. Way to go, Amir and team. You are the champions. So there you go. I think that's the right choice. James E. Pepper is. And what's cool when you go there and you see this great area that they're in, this distillery district thing, you realize that was all James E. Pepper Distillery at some point. So now it's all these businesses. It's, 25 businesses or some crazy thing. That was all James E. Pepper at one point. So that's the original James E. Pepper. So it's very cool. Very, very much worth seeing. And by the way, go to do the distillery tour and then go to Goodfellas, get you a slice, and it's like $10. You get a slice of pizza, a breadstick that's like a yard long, and a huge slice of pizza. Yeah, so they give you a pizza pan with one slice. It takes up the whole pizza pan, a yard of breadstick, and then you get free soda with it. And by the way, Ale 81 is one of the choices, which is awesome. And then afterwards, you can go to Crank and Boom and get some gooey butter cake ice cream. Yeah, they got gooey butter cake there.
No, the whole area there's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't been to that Goodfellas. Do they not have the speakeasy upstairs? Because
they do.
Speakeasy is really cool if you get a chance to do that.
Oh yeah, they got it all, baby. It's all there. You gotta go. It's very cool. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do, but talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Typically, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Endrizzi, with 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right. Katie.
You can find me always sniffing out for Distillery cats and dogs, and also on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right. Do you like when they bring cats and dogs everywhere? Because cats and dogs are more dogs than anything. Cats you don't really bring out as much, but dogs kind of go everywhere. I especially
love cats out. Like when you're out somewhere and there's like a cat on a leash, it's like makes my freaking day. I have a cat that is very travel friendly. He loves going everywhere. He loves meeting new people. And so when I see other travel and new experience friendly cats, it just makes my day.
Oh, interesting. I went to the old spaghetti factory. 2 people walk in. They got this little poodle. Well, they just pick them up, carry them in. They just take them back there. I guess you could just take your dog anywhere these days. It just doesn't matter.
It's like
some
a
places
kid.
Get real picky about it. When it's a food service, I understand you have to have rules, especially and like animal having to stay like in a carrier or something. I think is fair, especially. Mm-hmm. I've been to some like bars before where like a friend of the workers walks in, they just walk their like dog back into the kitchen area, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, it's one thing to have my animal's hair on my food at home by accident, there, but it's a little different when you're out. So there's a fine line.
Okay. McNew, how about you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
Oh, I skipped Tim. Tim, what about you, man?
You can find me looking for all the Distillery cats on tours, as well as on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
Yeah. I am big into Distillery cats. I'm almost offended when they don't have a Distillery cat because I'm like, what are all these mice doing around? Where, you know?
Where the Distillery snake is at.
Right.
Exactly.
My thought is if they don't have a Distillery cat, then the preferred pet there is mice, because they're all over it with that grain everywhere. Yeah, and I hate mice. Mm-hmm. They piss in their bed. They don't care. They don't
care.
They just sit there and whiz in their bed. They don't get up like I gotta go take a leak. No, they just fucking piss where they're at.
First and second year college students.
Yeah. For me, I'm easy to find. Just laying around, pissing in their food and shit. Yeah.
That's right.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.